The first area that we're going to tackle today is the documentation side, because one of the biggest challenges that we have as forensic accountants and damage experts is when we don't have the requisite documents that we need. And so there's a couple ways to get that. Number one is if we be um, engaged early enough where we can assist with the discovery process. So what we've done is we've kind of categorized the types of documents into five big buckets that we think are really important to consider. And obviously, it's going to vary depending upon the type of your dispute or the type of your forensic investigation. Not necessarily all of this data is going to be required, but we wanted to kind of show you big picture to have at your disposal. So you'll see these next slides, we get into fairly granular details about the different types of documents you want to at least consider requesting for your specific dispute or investigation as it relates to a construction company or real estate company.
An example of some of the larger projects that we got. We recently had a project that had over 2 million records on like a on a new energy plant being built on alternative energy. And so, like I said, just in these cases, the volume of records can sometimes just be massive, and that's why we're thankful that we have e-discovery platforms to take
Yeah,
advantage of that.
yes. We almost always anymore on these cases will have to use an e-discovery platform. So the first category was the project bid information, which that's going to be very important if you have a dispute regarding a dispute over what was agreed to or promised, what was bid and so forth, versus what was actually performed. And so going back to the bid documents can often shed light on what the parties were agreeing to when they formed the contract. So the second category here is going to be project related accounting information. And this encompasses the contract. So the contract's obviously probably the biggest of all of these types of documents to request. But not just the contract, all the amendments, and then purchase orders, which in and of themselves are a contract. We'll get to it a little bit later on, but change orders, anything that is changing the terms of the contract or expanding the scope of work. And as part of that would be any correspondence that's related to the preparation and execution of the contracts. What are the parties thinking? What are they agreeing to? And then all the minutia of the accounting. So the job cost reports, um, project accounts receivable showing invoices and receipt. Because one thing, there's a payment timing issue. And so, when were invoices sent out? How are they prepared? What do the invoices include? Are they including retainage? Are they including certain holdbacks? Are the things, is it performance based or is it completion based and things of that nature?